Surprise, Sydney. That's right. Just like Ghostface, you can't escape us. What's Your Favorite Scary Movie is back. The big launch date is September 3rd. Your killer hosts, Ian, Caroline, and me, Parker, will once again take a stab at ranking, reviewing, and generally rambling about the best and worst of horror. And this time, we're doing it in full video. So you can get on your ghost face and watch us gab about spooky films like you're a killer hiding in our closets. To hold you over until our big return next month, let's go back to our discussion on the franchise that started it all, Scream. One of my favorite episodes of our podcast, mostly because of how unhinged it is our Screamathon ranking Screams 1 through 4. Spoiler, this was published on January 12th, 2022, before Scream 5 even came out. So we're 3 Screams in the future now, and it's pretty hilarious to hear us predicting and enthusing about what might come in Scream 5. Such sweet summer ghouls. This episode is a little chaotic as far as reviews go, but a lot of vibes, so enjoy. And get ready, next week we have some major announcements. Perhaps a new trailer, a set reveal, and some new visuals to share. So make sure you're following us on Instagram at Scary Movie Pod. You won't want to miss a thing. Now, let's scream!
Hello, Sydney.
Hi. Who is this?
It's your killer host. My name is Parker, your resident horror fanatic.
I'm Caroline, scaredy scream queen.
I'm Ian, scary movie skeptic.
And welcome to...
What's Your Favorite Scary Movie is a horror film podcast where we're on a journey to find our favorite scary movie one at a time.
Whether you hate them or love them, join us and discover yours.
Spoilers ahead, so plan your movie screening every weekend before the episode release.
Hey, Parker.
Hi, happy Boo Year!
Happy Boo Year.
To
Welcome
you.
to the 2022. 2022. You know, 2022, 2 plus 2 equals 4. You know how many Scream movies there are at this moment? 4.
Math.
She always brings it home.
Wow. Boy, does it feel good to be back here.
Mm-hmm.
Behind a microphone, behind one of those big little sticks that consume audio and then spit it back out to you in a podcast.
Wait. Guys, what year did we start this podcast in?
Oh, you're going to try again?
Was it 2018?
2019, baby.
Oh, 2019.
Oh, it seems like a 2018
We're going on 3 years
Mm-hmm.
more than 3 years.
of this little tripod right here.
Tripod.
Tripod.
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Threesome.
Yeah, this 3 years of this threesome.
I was like,
radio.
podcast.
And boy, has it been a naked time.
Jeez.
What we
Louise.
haven't told you is we do all of these podcasts nude.
I would really like to not be on this podcast anymore.
And for those that can't see Parker, which is everyone minus us, or plus us. No, minus us.
Jeez.
He's very uncomfortable right
Oh
now.
my
The
God.
math on this episode is already out of hand. It's out of control. It's off the hook. And I think a pretty good omen for a scary good year. Ooh, are you drinking a Beveragino, Ian?
Of course, a Reno, a little bourbon Reno.
Oh, Caroline, do you have anything?
Hear those little ice cubes? Parker, do you have your
Sebastian.
wine bottle that you're about to kill on this episode
It's a
as
nice-
per tradition?
nice Australian Pinot Gris.
Actually, I'm sober sister Cece on this one. I have a big old jug of water, and I'm having to stop myself from eating this popcorn that I bought today because it's so good that I just want to eat it.
Parker is hydrating?
Yeah, no, I would never. Water, overrated. Actually, my speaking of new year, new me, health, fitness, goals, whatever, I like to save water for when it tastes really good. If you drink it all the time, it's boring. So that's my advice to all
Parker
of you.
likes to get nice and raisined out, nice and dry before he thirsts his quench.
Thirsts my quench.
Quenches his thirst.
Quenches.
Math. You carried the one there, or you, translated the, yep.
Well, you want to know what is adding up right now?
What?
It has been absolute ages since we have seen each other, and we have, I feel like, lived 20,000 lifetimes since our last episode of What's Your Favorite Scary Movie, and I just cannot wait for this romp that we're about to go on, because, as we alluded to, we're not talking about just one scream. We're not talking about 2 screams. We're not even talking about 3 screams. We're talking about 4 screams to bring in the new year.
Great math. What was the last episode that we all came together on? It's been so long.
You mean our 100th episode on Cabin in the Woods? That's right. Welcome to episode 101, baby.
Scream 101.
Oh. Yes, Cabin in the Woods
I'm for the
episode
numbers today.
was recorded live from a cabin in the woods. And Scream Megathon, Screamathon, Megasode that we're recording right now, recorded with real vocals that can scream.
We're all about authenticity here. Oh!
That's what she does when she sees me naked.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No.
The nudity needs to stop.
We got math, we got nudity. Listen, that's what alcohol gets you. And so for me, dry January 5th is what I'm celebrating, because it's surely going to start back tomorrow.
What an angel.
Scream 5 is coming out on January 14th. I'm absolutely ripping off my shirt, pissing my pants. What's the thing going around that's like shitting, vomiting, screaming? I don't know. I'm doing it all, and I'm so excited. And the marketing for Scream 5 has been incredible. They have been on TikTok. They're pulling people, actors onto Facebook. They've got, they have like a watch-along thing on Facebook with this, fan platform called Hello Sydney that was very cool. They're partnering with artists
Sydney.
for very cool retro posters. They tweeted when Red Taylor's version came out, and they said Red Ghostface version, and it had a bunch of blood. It's just like, they're really going. And so we thought we'd do this little number that you're listening to right now, because I know that you're studying, you're re-watching Screams 1 through 4. You're just sitting there edging, ready to go to see Scream 5. And we're right there with you. And you know what? We've done them before. You can go listen to Scream 1, 2, 3, 4 on What's Your Favorite Scary Movie. You can listen to our very serious, in-depth conversations. But you know what I'd like to do tonight?
What?
I'd like to be a little not serious and just have a good time. People are talking about Scream 5. They're tweeting about it. They're podcasting about it. Everyone's, doing all... No, I just want to have fun with my friends, Caroline, Ian, and you, listener. And we're just going to hash out, you know what? Everyone talks about Gale's bangs. What about the streaks? What about her yossification in Scream 4? We got to go through all the stuff.
Pull up a chair. Let's chat.
Uncork your wine.
I'm just saying it, Parker. I'm not accusing you of anything, but I'm just saying, when that person hosts a party and they say, I just want everyone to have a good time, let's have a good time, puts a lot of pressure on having a good time.
Well, you know what? That person's a micromanager, and to that I say I have a very in-depth outline written right here. So, Buckle up, baby. We're about to have the most fun you've ever had, or else.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
schedule.
Ghostface lines from Scream 4 is something like, I'm going to slit your eyelids open so you can watch while I stab you in the face. So that's what's
I'm
happening.
gonna slit your eyelids open.
Oh, I forgot our resident Ghostface. I was trying to do Ghostface the other day and it really wasn't it.
Well, we were listening back to the episodes right before this, and I heard what now I know is myself on the intro, and I was like, "Is that me?" I genuinely didn't know it was me, and then I was like, "That's me."
Yeah, it sounded so good that we couldn't tell if it was from the movie or from Ian's lips.
But I am trying to tweak my. I think it was just a little too low, so I think it has a little more sharpness than I was going for, so I'm trying to practice that today.
Yeah.
To get the sharpness.
It's a little more manic, a little less sensual.
Deep. Yeah.
So to kick us off, Ian, why don't you give us your best, what's your favorite scary movie?
What's your favorite scary movie?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. I think that does it. You know what? I want to dive in and do a little NPR pop culture happy hour version look at each of the Scream movies and just kind of reevaluate our most recent thoughts. Like I said, we've done deep dives. We have now each rewatched these movies. And I think let's look fresh eyes, anticipating 5th edition to the Scream franchise. And let's get started at the very beginning. Very good place to start. And let's see. Hands in the room. Let's get who loves Scream. 1.
I have to preface this.
No.
We rewatched all 4 Scream movies.
Don't talk for me. If you're about to talk for me, don't talk for me.
No.
Okay.
We rewatched them all, but we, for some reason, decided to watch them in reverse order.
Yeah, mistake. No, not even reverse. Was
We
like,
did 3, 4, 2, 1.
Why?
And I have to say, it really was an experience. So if you are planning on rewatching all 4 before the 5th one comes out,
in order.
put it on shuffle.
No.
That's all I'm just. It really gives you an interesting perspective.
No, don't ever.
Yeah,
do that.
Ian, I want to know the opposite. Why was this not a good experience for you?
Well, in full transparency, we're going to try to play hooky on how many we actually were going to watch for this because, we just love Scream. But we got through 2, and then, we had time to kill in the evenings, and we're like, yeah, we should just keep watching them. So we added them.
I planned it that way, Parker. Don't get
And
mad
we
at
thought we hadn't watched them all for some weird reason, but turns out we have.
Yeah, duh. When you're
And
with
it wasn't
me,
not a good experience because, it just feels like something you should watch from 1 to 4.
I disagree. I think I had
Irrational.
I had new eyes backing into Scream 1. And here's what I will say. I had so much appreciation for Scream 1 when we finally got to that point in the journey. Because after all the convoluted stab 6, stab 7, meta, layers on layers of movies, I arrived to Scream 1 and was like, this is a horror movie that I can enjoy. It was just so classic, reminiscent of all of our classic horror movies that we've watched. You want the true experience of Scream.
I've got to say, this
Disagree.
is off the rails. I did not expect to be thrown so far off course at the very beginning of this experience, and yet here we are, and only fools like you could have done it. So I applaud you.
Yeah, roll the tapes. My opinion, or my original opinions on the Scream. What do you call a trilogy that has another 4? Or that
Franchise.
has a 4th?
It's a franchise.
Saga,
Okay,
series,
franchise.
whatever you want.
Saga series. But I think my opinions are gonna change a little bit as we get into this episode. So keep listening.
Well, I personally would like to do the opposite of y'all and start at Scream 1. And since y'all are so set on ruining my fun time that I have scheduled and organized, I guess I'll start out by speaking and just say, like, there's no getting better than the classic.
Wrong.
I don't think it gets better than Scream 1, not to spoil my ranking, but practically every scene of Scream, iconic. Drew Barrymore at the beginning, iconic. Sydney's first phone call with Ghostface, iconic. All of Tatum's outfits, iconic. All of Stu's weird noises, like, iconic.
I love Stu. That's what I got out of watching the first one.
He is so funny. And even at the end, when things get a little scary, a little depressing, a little grim, he's still making me laugh. Like, why'd you hit me with the phone? Like, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. He has me laughing every second of that movie. Just like, he's not even always saying words.
Yep.
I will say, because I'll be interested to see the feedback from some of our most loyal listeners on what I said about Scream 1 in whatever episode. I do like the end. I think the ending I do appreciate. I think the rest of it for me was just like too corny, too terrible of like acting and like overacting and like the kills are stupid and silly, but I do like the ending of Scream 1 as one of my favorites for the quadrupleness.
Well,
series.
I'm offended because it does not get more iconic than Sidney Prescott, Gale Weathers, and Dewey Riley. But I see where you're coming from. I respect your opinion. This is a movie that changed an entire genre of film and affected a generation of people. But, you can think what you want.
Billy Loomis is a little bit creepier rewatching it again. Knowing the knowledge of who the killers are when you're rewatching this movie, it just gives you a whole new perspective. So
Billy the boyfriend?
Yes.
yeah,
I agree.
He's a fucking
he's
creep.
terrifying. And to think back when I watched this movie for the first time, I remember like going through like, oh, is this the killer? Is this the killer? Blah, 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 trying to piece it all together. Like blatantly obvious now that Billy is so freaking
Sus.
creepy. There's no way that he isn't involved somehow.
Yeah, I always start Scream 1, because I rewatch this movie a lot. I'm always like, oh yeah, Scream, it's fun, it's funny, I have a good time. Drew Barrymore, she's not scary, but that scene's so scary, and then I enjoy the rest. And I always forget, like, how dark and sinister the end of that movie is. And yeah, like, how, that is actually a really disturbing thing that's happening. Those two high schoolers raped her mom and killed her and then decided to kill all of their friends. Like, it is nuts.
Watching in the order that we did, it was fresh on my mind that Billy raped and killed Maureen with Stu. But still, like, having that context going into starting Scream 1 fresh was just like, you cannot unsee it. So yeah, interesting perspective there.
Well, I want to move on to Scream 2. So, would you give Scream 1 a smash or a slash?
I would hardcore give it a smash. Great movie.
I would still give it a slash.
Damn, that
Get
is
out of here.
crazy. I'm giving it a smash. Maureen Prescott, watch out. Smash. That was sad. That was dark. All right, so then we got Scream 2, made in less than a year after Scream 1. What do you think? This one feels to me a lot more 90s, a lot more going on here, I think. We had the simple slasher in the first one. This one, they're trying to tackle a lot more stuff.
The college premise really is serving a very niche trope, I think. So interesting take there. I have to
Smart.
say,
You sound smart.
No, I agree. I agree with Caroline. I think college horror is a very specific thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I honestly want more.
movie we
Sorority
watched.
Row, old, new, remake. I like all of them. I think
what
they're
was
funny.
the birthday one?
Where she like
A Happy Death
Yeah,
Day.
yeah. There's 2 of those.
Yeah.
Happy Death Day.
I wanted
2 of
more
those.
I wanted more college shenanigans in Scream 2, honestly.
We get a little bit of like keg stand. We get a little bit of like different majors. I will have to say, thinking about Sydney's journey through all 4 Scream movies.
How is she still capable of living?
Well, one, and bold choice to want to become an actress, which we find out in Scream 2.
Listen, I was thinking about this a lot recently, and it is, I think, a fabulous choice because obviously Scream is all about movies, and I know Sydney doesn't like horror movies, but it's kind of like Sydney is not into movies. She wants to be a stage actress. She's still into storytelling. And that's what all of Scream is about. And so she still can speak the same language. If you notice, every time there's a killer, there's a big throwdown, she knows their language. She knows how to talk like them because she's a storyteller. She's an actress. In Scream 3, she gets away from it. But in Scream 4, they talk about how she was in Peter Pan in high school. She's a writer when she's there. It's like she's got it. I think that it's critical to the story that Sydney understands what the Ghostface killers are trying to do, crafting their own stories and their own horror movies.
Sydney slugs
Gale.
season 1.
And, yeah.
Is that season
She
1?
does it in Scream 1, she does it in Scream 2. In Scream 3, the Gales punch each other. In Scream 4, does anyone get punched in Scream 4? I don't think so.
Gale threatens her PR.
Oh, Sydney's publicist. Yeah, she threatens
Yeah.
to... So there's a lot of punching the media in Scream.
I loved it when she slugged her.
Theatrics.
Anyway.
Sydney's
Moving on.
into theater.
She's a drama. She's a dramatic girl. I know a lot of people prefer Scream 2 to Scream 1. I'm not one of those people. I do love Scream 2. It's got Sarah Michelle Gellar, Queen. That is a great chase scene. It is scary. It's got some good jump scares. But like I said, drags in the middle. And I think the worst thing is that I think Scream 2 forgets to really be nasty. I think Scream 1 gets in the dirt, in the mud, and Scream 2 forgets that, I think, until the end. I love the final sequence. I love Debbie Salt, and even though Mickey kind of disappears, and I wish he was in more of the movie so that we could keep guessing, I love this, like, just kind of unhinged thing that they're both doing together, and I also love in both Scream 1 and Scream 2 that there's a moment where Sydney gets to kind of flip the script and be the antagonist for a minute and, you know, cut the lights down. She gets to be scary to Debbie Salt. In Scream 1, she gets to put on the Ghostface mask and be scary to Billy. So I enjoy that in both of these. She does get her moment to fight back. And then, of course, Scream 2 has the balls to kill off a legacy character, Randy. Randy has a lot of fans. He's a fan fave. And they were like, no, we're making the bold move. Not everyone's safe in this franchise. You're gone. You're dead.
I had the thought, like, throughout this journey we've been on in the last couple of days, is like, man, they really had to start with a really large cast to make it this far, like killing off people slowly.
Yeah.
I just thought that was
Well,
kinda
and
interesting.
it's unique to a horror franchise. A lot of horror movies, there's a new cast in every movie for a reason. Usually you're following the killer. In Halloween, I know we've gotten a lot of Jamie Lee Curtis lately, but like all of those sequels, It's about Michael Myers. It's not necessarily about the people. In the Friday the 13th, it's about Jason. It's not necessarily about the people that he's hunting down. Same thing with Freddy Krueger. Yes, Nancy comes back, but like it's mainly about Freddy that you're following through these kills. Scream, the killer's different every time. You're following Sydney, Dewey, and Gale through this whole series. And we'll talk about it more when we're doing our thoughts for what's going to happen in the 5th one. But like, I think that they do a pretty good job in all 4 movies of thinking of reasons why these same 3 people will be involved in kind of the same situation. And I think that might be a dicey thing that we're going to have to see how they pull off in the 5th movie. But I think that's a strength of Scream, is that we love these 3 characters. We love Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. And we want them to keep coming back because we love to see it. So I think that's a huge strength. And it'll be interesting to see how things are mixed up.
Do they, for Scream 5, do they have all of them back?
Hell yeah.
You have to have the 3.
Yeah, I don't think
What
this
kind of
movie
payroll
would
are
have
they
been
working
made
with?
without them.
I looked this up. How much Neve Campbell made from each of the Scream movies. And it is not as much as I thought it would be, but then I had to remember that, you know, these movies were starting from nothing back in the day as well. I think, like, the first movie she made $1 million. Second movie she made 3.5.
That's still a decent chunk of money.
I know, but like when you're looking at how much stars are making in like these big franchise movies these days, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a star, but I make nothing.
Question: if the 3 of us were the 3 main characters in Scream, who would we be?
That is the easiest question you've ever asked me. Caroline, you're Sydney. I'm Gale. Ian's Dewey.
Same. I thought the same.
I would think I'm Gale.
Oh my
Parker's
god.
Dewey.
That is such. Ian
No,
has
actually,
such
Parker's
main
Sydney.
character energy. Like he wants to be Gale so bad.
Do you think
Gale's a
that
main
Gale's more of a
character.
main character than Dewey?
No, it's Sydney.
No, but like funness wise, Gale is obviously the personality.
Again, I feel like you don't have the sass to be Gale. You've got the, Dewey knows how
You're
to
the
cut
cute
people down, but
Dewey.
he does it with a little more generosity of spirit.
Oh, so I know how to cut people down.
No, he's a protector and he means well and he's very cute.
Okay.
All right.
We're done with that. Scream 2, what do you guys think? Smash? Slash?
I gotta give. Well, this is hard because we're not comparing the movies yet, right?
No.
Individually, I gotta give Scream 2 a smash.
I would give Scream 2 a slash.
Oh my god. I'm giving it a smash. It's good.
Oh, really? Surprise.
Yeah, surprise, Sydney. Here's what I'm thinking. Scream. I've watched so many of them. I'm exhausted. I rang in my new year watching Scream 3 on January 1st. So, I'm sweating. I need a little break. Why don't we do a little catch up before we get to Scream 3? I want to know, Caroline, Ian, what have you two been up to in 2021 since our last season?
Well, do you want to go first or me?
We bought a house, which we debuted in Cabin in the Woods.
It was a great, you might say it
so
was
that
a
was-
character in that episode.
Yes. We've
Been living the secluded mountain life.
Yeah, we bought a house. We both have new jobs. We're North Carolina residents.
Drop the address.
No.
No.
We're working.
However, we did have a nice little visitor to our hometown. 2 listeners to the podcast. Shout out to Maggie and John.
Oh, that was so much fun.
We met them in person. They were traveling around North Carolina and messaged us, and we met up, and that was very fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was so much fun. And I feel like, I don't know, that just makes all of this worth it to be able to like meet everyone that spends time with us on a regular basis. However, please do not just randomly show up. Make sure you coordinate beforehand.
Maggie and John were very kind and lovely, and
They were awesome.
yeah, so that was really fun.
And we're working on a really exciting project together.
We're spitting business ideas left and right.
What's this one?
Doing our hustle.
Visit.
Okay,
Oh, are you gonna pitch it?
should I pitch it?
Yeah, real quick.
You can cut this out, Parker. if you
No,
want
it's
to.
staying.
I don't think we've even told you. So, a long time ago, actually in a bar in Harlem,
A block away from
when we were
our-
living with Parker, we were, having our little date night, and we came up with this idea years ago. And the thought was basically, how many times do you text your mom for homemade recipes that she used to make back in the day? And there's no way to organize them or save them. And no matter where you put them in your notes in your phone or you email them to yourself, you're always texting your mom to get these recipes. So we have come up with the idea for an online family recipe sharing platform. So it's a digital cookbook. And that's what we're working on right now.
And you have the option to also print those cookbooks out once you upload them, and you can record little audio memories for a lifetime so that you can listen back to your friends and family with all the fun memories.
That is
Isn't that
lovely.
fun? Wouldn't
Yeah.
you use it, Parker?
I would use that absolutely because I have messaged my mom multiple times, and I do in fact know where those recipes are now saved because I have a system, but not everyone's as organized as me because not everyone likes to have as much fun as me.
If you could be such a friend, and if you're interested in this, go to getmorsel.com and join our little email list for when we launch here soon.
Yeah, let's get a scary movie promo on this cookbook. Same demographic, I think.
Yeah, we could have a scary movie group on the app, and then everyone can upload their
Ooh, yeah,
recipes.
scary cookbook.
Their spooky recipes.
I love that. Well, I have been over these past few months mourning that I thought the pandemic would be gone, and it is not. But throughout that, the reason the podcast has been in shambles is because I finished a master's program. You may now call me Master Parker.
He's so smart and talented.
Ooh, I see the money
you.
dripping off of you.
My professors were always very mad at me because I was always writing about horror movies, and they didn't get it. My capstone
just
was
don't
about
get you.
ghosts and hauntings. It was great. I have a new job. I'm a full-time reporter now. Everything
yeah,
is
that's
happening.
Salary.
Journalist.
Yeah.
Money, passion, opulence.
Well, the thing is with all that money, passion, and opulence that's happening, we might have a little more time for a little more podcasting. So you're welcome. Here's my voice in your ears. I'm also wondering, 2020 was a sad year for movies. Not a lot came out that blew my noggin. And 2021, a little bit better. I'm wondering, did you two see anything new in 2021 that you're dying to wreck to the people?
Oi.
It was in
Well,
the outline.
I can start.
I
Yeah,
know.
No. We didn't see a single movie in theaters, did we?
We did.
No.
We went
did.
to see. What was the movie we saw in New York?
Oh, we saw Last Night in Soho all together. It was very fun.
Oh.
We saw Last Night in Soho, and that was the only time we went to the movies
Totally forgot
this
about
past year, which is a crazy.
that.
That
And
is crazy
I will
considering
say,
how much we were there.
I'm beside myself because I so desperately want to see
House of Gucci.
House of Gucci. But we
Father,
live in the
Son,
middle
and
of
House of
absolute
Gucci.
nowhere, and the closest theater is, that
Well-
would have that even, would have been hours away.
Not even that. Even if our local movie theater had that movie there, I would not want to sit in our local movie theater for 3.5 hours. So,
It's like
we
it's-
have not seen that yet.
Yeah.
We have, however, watched a few good series.
Ooh,
year.
yeah.
Man down.
Ted Lasso. Call me basic, but like,
Yeah, basic.
what? What a beacon of shining light in this past year.
And
if
you
you haven't
know,
watched it,
we resisted watching it for a long time
did.
because everyone was like, "Oh, you have to watch Ted Lasso. Oh, you have to watch Ted Lasso." And we're like, "Yeah, whatever." And then, like, finally, we just caved. And fuck if we did not shotgun that series.
yeah, it was great. Also, I did not participate in this viewing, but Ian watched with his love of Catholicism.
Oh.
He watched Midnight Mass. Is that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Midnight
and
Mass was great.
I'll tell you what, as an ex-Catholic by force and by a lover of cults, as you likely know, it was, and honest, and a skeptic of zombie movies, it was a perfect, it wasn't a perfect series, but it was great for me to watch because it was like, haha, like the jab to the, the past, and then cults, and then I actually like this form of like zombiness. So I just finished that, and I thought it was a pretty good little doohickey.
Yeah, and from the creator of Haunting of Hill House, of Doctor Sleep, of many a thing, of Hush, many a thing that we love on What's Your Favorite Scary Movie. So you're right in the lineage. I didn't watch a whole lot
What
of
about
series.
you, Parker?
Let's see, series that I watch. I've just been so busy that I haven't had a lot of time to watch anything except for, I've recently gotten into the Real Housewives franchise. That's been taking up a lot of my time. Nothing like watching
new
some
low.
women scream at each other. I really am adoring that. But movies, I've actually tried to make it a point to, when I felt safe, when I've been tested and masked and felt comfortable, going at odd times so there are less people, I've tried to make it a point to get out of my apartment, get some fresh air, go to the movies. I even try and do a health thing for myself where I eat popcorn only at the movies. Well, except I'm eating popcorn literally right now. And I was going to say, and drink soda only at the movies. I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper right now. So don't actually listen to that part.
Hey, to be fair, we said we were, well, at least I said I was giving up alcohol on Monday through Thursday, but we both have a little bourbon.
But this was a celebration.
This is we're all excused, including you, listener. Whatever you want to do right now, go do it. And so I have seen, actually, I think a good number of movies in theaters. Not all of them I loved. I'm sure a lot of the listeners have seen a lot of the same things I have. The Conjuring the Devil made me do it. I was so excited about that. Flop. Didn't like it. On Netflix, Gunpowder Milkshake. I was obsessed with that movie. That was so good.
What's that about?
Really colorful, beautiful, like action film about a group of women who like are good at like acrobatic fighting. Very up my alley. I love a lady. I love Lara Croft. I love a lady who can do a flip and like punch someone at the end of it. So it's very that.
Are you a Kill Bill fan?
Oh hell yeah! I love Kill Bill. The Bride. She's got it.
Did we do Kill Bill on this?
We didn't do it on the podcast, but we watched it for fun.
Yeah.
At one point in time.
That's a good one. I mean, some of just the basic stuff this year was so good. I loved The Green Knight. I loved Candyman. Oh my goodness, Caroline and Ian, you must see Malignant. Malignant was it blew my mind. I reached into my brain, pulled it out, and stomped on it because that movie was so good. From James Wan, our fave man who's behind the Conjuring movies. And this was a very fun change of pace for him that we've been waiting for in the horror space. A movie that was made for horror lovers, because I think a lot of people did not get it, but everyone in the horror community was like, hell yeah, let's eat this up, and everyone else was like, huh? So, Malignant, you gotta watch it. And then non-horror things, I'm obsessed with the new West Side Story movie, I wept. I'm obsessed with Spencer, the new Diana movie, I wept. I'm really excited to see Cyrano, that new musical. I saw Dear Evan Hansen, flop, didn't like it.
What did you think of House of Gucci?
I didn't see House of Gucci, unfortunately. I know that that's right up my alley because I'm a Lady Gaga lover. But my sister told me that she really didn't like it and that it was boring. And I was like, I don't want to sit in a theater for that long for a boring movie.
Any movie that broaches 3 hours, it's I don't know how I feel about it. I can
love a
only
good
do it
long
for Lord of the
movie.
Rings. And like,
I even tried to
anything
watch
beyond
that
I
during the
can't do it.
pandemic and I couldn't make it through. I gotta say, right now, I'm trying to be a little health conscious. I'm trying to think about my effect on the world. I am not wanting COVID. I'm not wanting to give anyone COVID. I'm not wanting to breathe a lot of the same air as other people. So I'm trying to pick my movies wisely and pick what am I willing to die for. Scream 5, you're on the list.
I honestly would like to see Scream 5.
In theaters.
Maybe not in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you're going to go to a theater for anything, it's got to be a horror movie, and it's got to be one like Scream 5.
You want to travel to Asheville to see Scream 5?
We have one dinky movie theater in our town.
You gotta
and
do
Maggie
it.
and John can attest to that. They drove past it and they thought, that building is a movie theater? So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's probably a Walmart projector and a couple chairs.
To all the millennials that are thinking about moving to the rural countryside, like TikTok is telling you to right now, just think about this.
Do
How
it.
important is a quality AMC near you?
Listen, I have to admit to you, I'm a big fan of the Instagram account Cheap Old Houses. I look at them a lot, and many a time have I looked at one and thought, I'm buying that. It is within my budget as a poor person, and it is in the middle of nowhere, but it's a fixer-upper. And you know what the first thing I do is? I track the distance to a theater.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart
We
man.
didn't.
And then I'll look at how
Okay,
many screens,
uh,
I'll see what they're playing. Like, I look at that theater.
one
Poll
screen.
to the listeners right now. Should Parker move to North Carolina so that we can buy property and open a drive-in theater that only shows horror? Because I think that is a
24/7.
foolproof business plan. We should do
Listen,
it.
I still want to buy a house and make a horror hotel. So, okay. Back to Scream. Full circle, Scream Hotel. Let's make it, first of all. Something that has nothing to do with the Scream Hotel, except that it's Scream. Scream 3. Scream 3. Scream 3 gets a bad rap. Gale's hair. Celebrities. A lot of stuff going on in this movie. What are we thinking?
Remind me who's the killers here?
Scream 3 is the meta.
Stab
On a movie
3.
set.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hollywood horror.
And who's the killer?
It is
Roman, director.
Roman, the director,
Oh,
who is
yeah.
the
Yeah.
half brother of Sydney. We find out.
I liked this one.
There's like a whole like Clue mansion with like hallways behind paintings. There's Patrick Dempsey. There's
Yes. You might recall from our Scream
Yeah.
3 episode, which we recently released to the general public. You're welcome. One of the first things we say in that episode, Caroline asked me, what's my favorite scary movie? And I say, my life. An incredible line. I gotta say, Scream 3, not great, chaos. Something that happened was Columbine happened while they were making Scream 3. They said, you gotta tone it down. We cannot have this violence in our movies right now. And there's a lot of stuff floating around about, and it has been for a long time, about what could have been in Scream 3. And I would love to see that movie. It looks like a good movie. This movie is nuts. It is chaos. They were apparently writing the movie as they were filming the movie. There's a lot going on. Parker Posey playing Gale Weathers is incredible. I'm obsessed with that. Emily Mortimer being a weird, creepy, red herring, freakish thing. I'm obsessed with that. Carrie Fisher, I'm obsessed with that. And honestly,
Lily Moscovitz.
Lily,
random appearance. Riding in the Stang, makes an appearance. Randomly is someone's
literally
sister. I
walk
forget.
Randy's sister, but literally walking out of a trailer and being like, "Hey Sid," like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That is nuts. I think that this one, while has some high highs, it's not scary. That's the biggest crime to me. But I have to say, the Sarah Darling chase through the prop and costume studios, I love the Stab 3 set in Sydney running around her old house, but like not really knowing how it's set up because it's not her house. I love the mansion at the end. And even Roman's killer reveal, even though it is hated, and myself included, I don't love, because it's like, where did that come from? You have to explain the whole thing to me for me to even get it. But like, I think they have such a good fight. The fighting is so good at the end, and they have these weird moments of intimacy where they like hold hands. I don't know. Something really fascinates me about that movie, even though I know it's a train wreck. I don't know. I think it's kind of great.
You know what I was thinking of as I was rewatching Scream 3 is to tie it to 2021 events. Is what's his face accidentally killing
Alec Baldwin.
the screenwriter Alec Baldwin with the prop
too soon.
gun. But I just feel like that could have like slipped into this movie very easily.
I agree with you, Parker. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you were alluding to enjoying the end of that Scream 3. And I do too. I mean, I cannot get over the scene where they're in the room and the room has those mirrors and it's that like whole like weird dynamic. And I just love, I forget what other movie does that, but there's at least one other movie that does something similar where it's like you can't see them and you can't hear them, but they're like, they can see.
Well, it's kind of a tie to Scream 2 when Gale is in the sound booth.
Yes. Yeah, that is a great moment. And her and Dewey like slide down and he's spitting blood onto the glass. That's a lovely moment in that movie. And I agree, that is an exciting part in that movie. And I think that the end of Scream 3 doesn't get credit enough for being as nasty and dark as it is, because it's similar to Scream 1, where you're watching it, you're having a good time, you're laughing, you're cringing, you're covering your eyes, but sometimes you forget the big picture of what's going on, about like how this is a house where like all these horrible things you hear about from Hollywood are happening, how you're watching a Weinstein movie basically about Weinstein. Like, it's crazy this movie even made it through them. Like, it is just a nuts movie. That ending is so dark, and that the storyline between Roman and Maureen Prescott, like, that's really upsetting. And I know that a lot of people are like, as Sydney says in Scream 4, don't fuck with the original. I think when you look at what Scream 3 is trying to do, where it says, like, Rand even says one of the rules of a trilogy is that there's some sort of surprise backstory, there's context you didn't know about. I think Scream 3 kind of does exactly what it wants to. Besides the violence. I wish there was more violence.
I do think that Scream 3 is really when Maureen's story shines and puts everything into context. Like, knowing that it was Roman who prompted Billy to start the Scream series and, you know, kill Maureen, kill all of those people in Scream 1. And that just like sets off the entire story. I left Scream 3 thinking like, wow, Maureen's story is really the like star of the show of this entire franchise. You're like constantly finding out things about Maureen and what happened there and who she was, and that is just like such a journey that you go on.
Yeah, I do have to say the Maureen ghost stuff, not hot though. I want that gone.
Yeah.
And something else I think is worth mentioning is that I feel like we're always having the conversation about like who dies. Was this ballsy enough? I'm talking about Scream 4, where people are like, no legacy characters died. Scream 3, I don't know a lot of Cotton Weary fans, people who are like, oh, he's my favorite character. But he's a legacy character. He's a big presence in Scream 2. And that kind of amplifies his presence in Scream 1, even though he's not always visually there. So, I mean, there's something to be said about killing off an OG at the beginning of Scream 3. Yeah, I'm not a 100% Cotton person, but I think that it is at least an interesting choice, and gives it a little bit of credit that it's willing to go where some other Screams were not. So, what do you guys think? Scream 3, smash or slash?
I have to say smash.
Smash!
You
I
gave
love that.
Scream 1 a slash and Scream 3 a smash?
On the spectrum of screams, Scream 3 smash for me.
Listen, we don't come to Ian for sense all the time. We come for the drama.
I'm scary movie skeptic, remember? I'm scary movie skeptic.
I would give it a smash as well.
I'm giving it a smash too. Now let's go to Scream 4. Scream 4, 10 years later. They always say, like, new decade, new rules. It happened in 2011. It was the first Scream movie I ever got to see in theaters because I was born in 95. This is a special one to me, ladies. So, let's be gentle. I don't know. I think there are some serious laugh out loud moments. Your lemon squares taste like ass. And I think that
Good
there are
line.
some, I mean, I definitely think this one ups the grit and the gore from the other ones, especially coming off the heels of Scream 3. It's a kind of nasty movie. What do you guys think?
I consistently have to remind myself, what was the premise for Scream 4?
It's kind of weak.
It's and the only thing that comes to mind is Sydney is on a book tour. And then I can't remember the rest. I do particularly remember Gale finally looks fabulous. She has the long hair, wavy hair.
Yeah.
She's finally using a Mac. She's a writer. You know, the stabathon in the barn scene, iconic. But
Oh,
everything.
was that 4?
Yeah.
Oh, and the PR lady.
Yeah, Alison Brie. She's great.
Love her. Everything after that, though, it gets a little fuzzy.
I do love Alison Brie when Sydney comes out of the hospital room. She goes, Sydney, ooh, ow.
She has a great line outside of the bookstore, and she says, I think it's Gale Weathers, fuck me, wow. Or like something like that.
Yeah, I think there's some great characters.
For how much I don't love the overall premise of like you know, her, what is it, cousin, like getting jealous and wanting attention. I do really enjoy just watching pleasure of Scream 4. I think it's a good movie.
And her like running into the picture frame, throwing herself through the glass table. That's an incredible part. But I mean, you're missing the whole thing. This is 2011. Social media is like there. It's happening. It's popular. But like, I feel like even now, the idea of like her saying, who needs friends? I need fans. Like, I feel like influencer culture has even come to a new spot with TikTok and with, I don't know, I just like, who isn't an influencer anymore? There are the Twitter people who are like, it's huge. And so I feel like this one, in concept and the way it's commenting on social media, and that Sydney is who she is because she's a survivor, but Jill can't see that from where she's been raised and what she's come up with. And so I think that's really genius. I think that it's genius that it's a sequel with Gale, Dewey, and Sydney, but it's a reboot with Jill, Kirby, and all of them. So, Trevor, so, I mean, I think that it's doing so much. It is my favorite cold open, which I know is controversial because Drew Barrymore is iconic.
What was it?
It's where it does Scream 6 and Scream 7, and then it
movie.
goes into Scream.
That was
I remember
funny.
seeing it in theaters, and it does the first one, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucked. And then it says stab, and I was like, yes! And then it does the second one, I was like, oh, that kind of sucked. And then it was like stab, and I was like, yes! And then it did the real one, I was like, this rules! So I'm obsessed. I don't know. I'm obsessed with Scream 4. I still get chills when Kirby does the finale speech where she's listing all of the horror remakes. I think all of the stabs are really visceral and violent and like they're really heavy. It looks like people are actually getting stabbed. And although the like you have to be gay to survive thing doesn't work, I don't know where that line came from because that's not a thing in horror movies. Scream is always really in with what's going on in horror. That's never been a thing. Even in Scream 2, she says that one of her security guards is gay, and then he has that don't ask, don't tell line, and then he gets killed. Like, so even within Scream, that line doesn't make sense. So I don't get that. But everything else, I think it's so good. And I think that Scream 4 rumors was that it could have been the start of a new trilogy about Jill, and there was so much stuff that would be going on, but it did not get a lot of box office love. It did not perform very successfully. Stuff didn't happen. And this might be a controversial thing. I'm not trying to exclude anyone or tell anyone how to feel, but I think that Scream is especially resonant with people our age. Younger millennials or the likes. And everyone I know who's my age, who's into horror, loves Scream. And so I'm hoping that Scream 4 maybe just landed a little too early for our crowd and Scream 5 is going to get a lot of love, I hope. Oh, and something I never noticed about Scream 4 that I noticed this time is Dewey. Everyone calls Dewey Dewey. But if you remember back to Scream 1, it was people would call him Dewey to make him feel, small and like he was silly and goofy and a bad cop. Because his name's Dwight and he wanted to be Deputy Riley. I never got. Everyone calls Deputy Hicks. But when Gale talks to her to try and belittle her, she's Deputy Judy because that's her first name. And I just never connected that. I think that's funny. Deputy Judy, Deputy Judy, Deputy Dewey. So that's something that I was really tickled about this time. That if it was intentional, I think it's really smart. But nobody dies. Gale and Sydney both get stabbed. And so I feel like it doesn't really win my Were You Ballsy Enough award because nothing dangerous.
Well, none of the
happened.
main characters die.
Yeah. None of the main characters die. So I feel like I just was always itching for something that really would have changed the legacy of Scream.
Yeah. I think it's
Maybe that's why, like, the second half of the movie is just super fuzzy to me. Like, none of the kills are memorable because I didn't know any of them before that movie.
Yeah.
I also think it's ridiculous that is it Deputy Judy that gets shot in the
Wear the vest, save your chest.
Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's fine, but like, she should have died at least.
Okay.
You know.
Well, what do you guys think? Scream 4, smash slash.
The more that I sit here and think about it, I think Scream 4 is a slash.
I'm giving Scream 4 a smash.
It's a smash for me. I love Scream 4. It holds a good place in my heart. Even though I have since gotten to see Scream in theaters because actually the first movie back for me from the pandemic was I rented out an AMC. They had a deal where you could rent it out for like $100. And I saw Scream in theaters with some friends and it was very fun. So I have since seen Scream, but I've not seen Scream 2 or 3 in theaters. I doubt those ones would ever go. So 1, 4, and 5 will be my have seen in theaters movies. So I want to go into a little bit of an award season. Unfortunately, the Grammys were just postponed indefinitely, but the Oscars are still on the map for a few months from now, so we're beating them all. We're going to be the major awards moment of January. So these are awards.
Did you get the trophies yet in? Or?
Oh yeah, they will be mailed out to the winners. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Ian. So these are for the entire franchise. We're thinking through our knowledge of Screams 1 through 4. I want to know first, who is your favorite main character?
Of the three?
Of the three.
Or are we expanding?
Well, I mean, if there's someone that seems major enough.
I would have to say Sydney. I know that's basic, but...
We have a nomination for Sidney Prescott.
I'm going to go off the beaten path here and vote for Randy.
Ooh, we have a nomination for Randy, and it's going to be a draw because I vote for Gale Weathers.
They all get a trophy.
On your tie. I would next like to know, who is your favorite celebrity cameo or supporting character?
I'm gonna put in an order for one McDreamy, please.
We have one, what's his name?
Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey. Ah, yes.
Just because I'm a sucker for anything Mad Men related, I would have to say, what's her face from Mad Men?
Brie.
Allison Brie. She's in Mad Men?
She is. She's Pete Campbell's wife.
Wow, I've never watched that show. I am putting in a nomination for Carrie Fisher. That is my favorite. I look forward to that moment in everyone where they say, "Are you?" And she goes, "No, I auditioned for Princess Leia." Okay, that one is so good. I love that. It's another draw. Awards will be mailed as needed.
Man, a lot of money in awards with all these draws.
We spared no expense in this Screamathon. I next need to know, favorite Gale hairstyle of the franchise. We have Reporter Gale in the first one. We have streaks. We have bangs. We have yas. And I don't know what the vibe is in the new one. It seems like probably an offshoot of yas.
I have one answer for you, and it goes like this. Bang, bang, bangity bang. I said a bang, bang, bangity bang.
Wow, there's a lot of culture happening in this episode. Ian, what's your vote?
I honestly don't know, and I don't really care.
Straight.
I don't remember the streaks.
The
Oh my
big,
god, the
thick
red.
highlights.
Okay, well, I'll make it easy for you. I'm voting streaks. I don't think streaks get enough love. But
Yeah, I
Ian,
guess
you
I'll
can
go
be
streaks.
excused from this as a straight person. Oh, he votes streaks. Streaks win. Ha, suck it, Caroline. Loser.
Save money on those trophies.
Courtney
All right.
Cox's
I want to know.
hair are getting one trophy.
I want to know, from the Scream franchise, what is your favorite chase? Best chase scene, Scream. I'm going first on this one because I'm sick of waiting for you guys. It's Gale in the sound booth in Scream 2. I love that part.
I have to vote for Scream 3 theater chase. Because I am here for the theatrics there.
Yeah.
With those styrofoam rocks falling on her.
Oh, I thought you meant Jada Pinkett at the very beginning. You mean Debbie Salt, Laurie Metcalf.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, a twist. Debbie Salt is now in the running. Ian, you?
I mean, I don't know if it's considered a chase or not, but the scene I mentioned earlier with the mirrors in Scream 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scream 3,
Yeah,
he's got to shoot through every mirror. I've got to give an honorable mention to my girl, Sarah Michelle Gellar, because that scene is killer. But honorable mentions don't get awards. Sorry. All right, and the one we've all been waiting for. The most memorable murder of the Scream franchise goes to Caroline. Answer.
Intro, Scream 2, the couple in the movie theater, the bathroom knife through the stall to the head.
God, that's
we
a good
didn't
one.
talk about the Scream 2 intro, but it is incredible.
Iconic.
Yes, that's who I thought your answer was for the last one. Ian, go.
Oh, that is a really good one. Wow, that's a really good one. I'm a sucker for the killing in the garage door. Yeah, big fan. Scream, is that
One.
Scream through
One.
one? Oh, wow.
Well, actually, there's a second garage door incident.
In Scream 4, where it crunches down on her back.
Yeah. But
It's the one
you're
where
talking
she's
about the one where she
hanging-
goes up.
Yeah, that's Scream 1, yeah.
Scream 1.
Now,
In the cat door in
Yes.
the garage.
Yeah.
Ian, you must have a direct link into my brain because I'm voting for Tatum as well, bringing it back to Scream 1. So congratulations, Caroline, double loser. All right. Now I know everybody's dying to know, how would you rank Screams 1 through 4? And I will be starting out because I am your fun host. I will be ranking let's go reverse suspense. Number 4 on my list, Unfortunate, Scream 3. And it's honestly a close toss-up because it just isn't scary enough for me. Number 3, Scream 2. I'm back and forth between 2 and 3 as my last place, but 2 is scarier. Number 2, it's Scream 4. I love Scream 4. And number 1, it's the OG Scream. Let's hear from Ian next.
Oh, this is difficult for me. I would say my least favorite Scream was Scream 2, which would be number 4, and then followed by number 3 as Scream.
Oh my god.
And then I would say it's a toss-up, honestly, between Scream 3 and 4. I would have to say number 2 is Scream 4 and number 1 is Scream 3.
Chaos. I love it.
The only reason Scream 4 gets demoted under Scream 3 is because of the whole this cousin thing is stupid.
Oh.
I'm getting very confused with my numbers. I don't know about you guys, but
It's a lot.
I know. Even the way Ian phrased those kept me guessing the whole time.
this is a podcast about numbers, apparently.
Caroline,
Me
let's
next?
hear it. Yes. Well.
Okay.
No,
Last
let's get the cat.
place. Last place, Scream 4.
Ooh.
Second to last place, Scream 2.
Oh my god.
Second place, Scream 3, just because I'm here for the chaos. And Scream 1 in first place.
Bullshit.
Listen, I think those are admirable picks from you. Ian, I don't know about you. I think you need to think about yourself and spend some time alone. But I applaud you. I thank you. I love you both. And now let's talk a little bit about Scream 5. Let's do some rapid fire predictions. I have to say, I saw the first trailer. I love it. It feels very Scream to me. As we all know, very sadly, Wes Craven died soon after Scream 4. And this will be our first Scream movie not headed by Wes Craven. It is going to be, it has been created by the creators of Ready or Not, which I believe you two are fans of.
Great movie.
Yes. And so, I have not really looked at stuff outside of that. I want to go in surprised. I even got a copy of Fangoria this month that is very beautiful. The cover is Ghostface ripping through a stab poster. Scary eyes. And so I want to know, if one of the main trio dies in Scream 5, who do you think it is? Go.
Gale.
Dewey.
Oh
Dewey's
my God.
gonna die. Dewey has had so many near-death
That's
experiences.
why he'll never die.
No, this is gonna be the final thing. Gale's gonna be a survivor, and it's all gonna be women empowerment.
No, Gale's gonna die. Dewey's not gonna know how to survive without Gale.
Oh my God,
Gale
it's
is
like
gonna
where the
die.
red fern grows.
And it's
They just
and
both
it's not
die.
even a question if someone will die or one of the three. If they don't have one of the three die, like the Scream series should not exist anymore, because I think it's like, come on.
Dewey's definitely gonna die.
Well, I think people are really clamoring for one of them to die, but people don't want one of them to. It's a whole thing. Ian, again, you were saying right into me, because I think it's going to be Gale as well. I think that the relationship between Dewey and Sydney has developed into such a beloved thing that they just don't have the guts to kill off Gale, or to kill off Dewey, even though I think that the ever-evolving relationship between Sydney and Gale is much more interesting, and I'm really enjoying that. But on your note, Caroline, I did have the idea. Dewey dies. Deputy Hicks gets promoted to sheriff. We have a female trio for the next movie, and it rules.
Hell yeah.
I'm into that. My original idea, because there was all this drama when they announced Scream 5. Will the three come back? Won't they? There was this whole thing with revealing that they had. Apparently the creators wrote letters to them, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole shenanigans. My thing is, I don't want to go through that every time they want to make a new Scream movie. And even worse, I don't want Scream 6 to start with like, Sydney died of
Oh yeah, the worst.
a disease in
That's
bed.
the
Like,
worst.
I don't want that. I want to see her die on screen, or see her at least say goodbye if she's not gonna die. And so my original idea, a la Scream 3, an incredible cold open where it starts with all three, and you're like, oh shit, these new guys don't know what's up because they don't have a cold open. Psych, the cold open is all three of them die, and it's insanity. That was my first thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
that'd be crazy. But they'd have to really pull off a sweet movie after that. Because I think the word is, if this movie does well, we will be seeing more Scream in our futures. It's been 11 years since
they
Scream
can only use
4.
those characters for so long, though. Like,
Courtney Cox doesn't age, man. Keep her going.
Well, I
they
have to
can't be in
say,
a walker at some point and just.
I have to say,
in a
I'm on
retirement
the
home
same page as Ian yet again. Not because of appearances, so that's not in there, but because Sydney does not live in Woodsboro anymore. She was visiting in Scream 4. Yes, Gale and Dewey do, but like, I don't know. They're going to have to do some real sly shit to make it make sense to me that they are all united in one place again, and that they're all like just set up to be in this new series of killings in a way that does not look like Scream 4. Like, I just don't know what the reasoning would be, except that Sydney just like every 10 years has to go to Woodsboro. Like, I don't know. Something's gonna have to happen. Scream 4 did so many of the reboot things. There's also like, she's related to Jill. Apparently the new movie is about the killer is targeting ancestors of the original people who were killed. So it's going to be about relationships again. They had to do the whole where are they now? Sydney's writing books, Gale's writing fiction, Dewey's now the sheriff. Like, I don't know. We've just been there, done that. I don't know how they're going to start this movie without having to like rehash all those things again. So I'll be interested in that. I'm also wanting to know, what are they going to riff on? Like I said, we did a lot of live stream, social media, stardom, influencer stuff in Scream 4, so I don't know what has changed that much in culture that they're going to riff on. I don't want to see TikTok. This movie was made before the metaverse and NFTs and Web3, so like, I also just don't want to see that in general, like Ghostface VR killing people. I don't know. Like, what are they gonna do? What's the new cultural thing? I don't know. Have any thoughts?
When did they film this?
I do feel like sometimes though movies are out of touch with what is the cultural, like it's typically
well, but
too
Scream
on the
has
nose,
always
so.
been ahead of the curve, I think. They filmed this during the pandemic, I believe.
You think there's going to be COVID influence here?
I don't know. I wouldn't see because I would have killed myself at the beginning. I'm sick of COVID being in stuff. The new Sex and the City reboot, which Julianne and I have been podcasting about on the Samantha Diaries podcast. I want to kill myself. They talk about COVID constantly, and none of them wear masks on the subway or to restaurants.
Interesting.
I don't want to see it. So I hope there's no COVID.
Because they're paying for that face.
I don't know. It could be political. What if you... I don't know if they'd have the balls for that. What if it was some sort of, like, insurrection Trumpy thing, do you think?
I mean, have you watched Don't Look Up?
I have not. Everyone's talking
I
about
feel
it,
like
though. I'm
that...
sick of it.
It's depressing.
Yeah, not like a highly recommended... Well, I mean...
No,
I
I'd watch it.
You should watch it, but, like, it's not, like, a super enjoyable movie. But I think their version of interpreting political...
Climate change?
Bipartisan climate change, like no one believing each other and just like disputing facts in general was like a nice way of portraying it without being super literal. So
Yeah.
but then again, this is Scream, and I don't think that they're gonna have that kind of elevated interpreting of what's going on. So,
First of
who
all,
knows?
how dare you? Second of all, I just think... I just think that the horror community is a very divided one across the spectrum. I think that there are a lot of people who believe a lot of different things. There's too wide of a spread for them to be able to pull that off and not piss everyone off. We all remember what happened with Black Christmas. We did not enjoy that discourse.
Yeah.
My other thought is I don't know what horror trope they're going to riff on because they always satirize a horror trope. I mean, the first trilogy was easy because they had horror movies, then sequels, then trilogies. Then the fourth one was easy because they did reboots and sequels all in one. Like, I don't know what they're going to satirize in horror that they haven't already that would apply to Scream. Unless they do it about meta movies, which Scream is a meta movie, so like that would be crazy and chaotic. They could do it about like the current trend of like serious movies. People have called them prestige horror. They've called them elevated horror. I saw the New York Times refer to Jordan Peele as a giant of quote new horror. So, but I mean, I also don't picture Scream being like, we're making fun of serious horror movies by being a serious Midsummer type horror movie. Like that wouldn't work. So I'm curious to see what they do. I'm not a movie writer, so my ideas are probably bad, and I want to see what they have in store for us.
Could they make fun of cult movies? Could they make fun of zombie movies?
Well, it has been rumored for a long time that I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, and I even think it was an early script for 4, was that the killer, you know, there's always 2 killers, except in Scream 3 there was only 1, but apparently there has been scripts for multiple of the movies that the killers will be like a whole group of people, like a bunch of people who are all part of a Woodsboro Murders fan club, similar to the movie club in Scream 4. And that was part of, I believe, an original draft of Scream 4 was that the movie club at the Woodsboro High were all doing the murders together as like a tribute to the original killings. So I think Scream 5 could be the time that they really go all out and have a big group of killers. Could be interesting.
Only time will tell.
Maybe it
You'll
could
know
be
tomorrow.
It could be a satire of true crime. I mean, there's been a lot of Manson stuff. There's been a lot of stuff like that.
So much to play off of. I hope they take advantage of it.
I know. We also have a lot of people clamoring for the return of Stu. People say that Stu might not have really died. We did not see a dead corpse. And I know that Matthew Lillard himself has been campaigning to come back. So people are curious if we'll see the return of Stu. People are really wanting to see the return of Kirby, Hayden Panettiere's character from Scream 4, because she's kind of rolling around and moaning when we last see her as she bleeds out. So people really want to see her return. I think it'd be funny if there was some sort of like the killers are those that were left for dead and it was both of them. Like, I don't know. I think there could be many options. Julianne and I were texting about the recent report that Scream 5 cost $50 million. And we were trying to figure out what would have cost that much money in a horror movie without CGI monsters. And she suggested perhaps Ghostface will be Meryl Streep. And I would love to see it. So
No, that $50 million is Neve Campbell finally getting her paycheck.
yeah,
She
well,
didn't know to ask for.
I gotta say, I'm really excited for Scream 5. I hope you guys are too. We're going to, surprise, have some coverage of that on the channel. This isn't YouTube. On the podcast. And I'm even going to have some special interviews on the podcast related to Scream 5. So I'm really excited for you to hear what we have in store next.
Ooh.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, you guys. I think it is time to sign off. This is going to be a very long episode, and so quick little housekeeping thing since we are returning for season 4. Patreon. Our season 1 content of What's Your Favorite Scary Movie is in the process of being archived onto Patreon. We are no longer doing consistent bonus episodes on Patreon at the moment. If you're already a subscriber, you don't have to worry about that. You will not be charged at all. And if we decide to start doing Patreon bonus episodes again, we will let you know far in advance. But if you go and subscribe now, you will have access to all of our bonus content that we made last season on Patreon with some very cool movies, as well as our season 1 is being archived on Patreon. We're in the process of that, and we've got some classics on there from our early days at the podcast, from Halloween to Saw to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to The Strangers and the Evil Dead 2013 remake. We've got so much stuff on there. It's fire! So you're going to want to subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/scarymoviepod, to hear all that stuff. Like I said, right now it's only a one-time payment, and you will be warned in advance if recurring payments begin again. The other thing is that we are coming back next week with our review of Scream 5, like I said, with some exciting interviews. You'll want to hear that. We are not returning every week. We are still working on our schedule, so you'll have to stay tuned on our socials, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Scary Movie Pod to keep track of when we're coming back next and what we'll be watching next, so you can plan your movie screaming in advance. And while you're at it, why don't you head to Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating and a review. It would be so much help. Apparently you can rate things on Spotify now. I have looked to rate other podcasts and I cannot figure it out. So if you can figure it out, please do it. I would love to see it. My name is Parker Heron. It has been my pleasure hosting this Screamathon. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Parker Del Rey. I would love to see you there. And you can check out my letterboxd at Parker Del Rey as well to see what I'm watching. What about you, Caroline?
My name is Caroline. You can find me on, Instagram, but also Twitter. Let's make this Twitter thing happen in 2022.
I'm getting deja vu.
At Caro
Instagram and then get
Manifesto.
on Twitter.
Here's the thing. Twitter, I can just say whatever I want. I don't have to read anyone else's. Instagram, you're like forced to look at other people's.
All right. We put that to
Perfect
bed.
life.
Let's put that to bed. Yeah, and I'm Ian, and you can find me at getmorsel.com.
Alrighty. Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm so excited that we got to do this, Caroline and Ian. You guys will not be back for a Scream 5 review. I'll have a very special guest as my co-host. And,
Courtney Cox.
oh my god, I fucking wish. Don't even say that and get the people excited. Alright. Until next time, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye.